Normally you sleep soundly, but the thunderstorm raging outside is stirring you from your sleep. You begin to doze, then another crash jolts you awake. The cycle lasts for most of the night, so you lay there, eyes opened and outward, looking at your room, stretching out before obligating the shadows. Your eyes move from the nameless object to object until you reach your mirror, sitting adjustment to you across the room. Suddenly there's a flash of lightning, and the mirror flickers on its light, and for a second, the mirror reveals to be you dozens of faces, silhouettes within its frame. Mouths opened, eyes blackened, they stare out at you, their pupils fixed upon your face. When it is done, are you sure of what you've seen? Unsettled? You don't sleep for the rest of the evening. The next morning, you remove the mirror from your wall and toss it in the trash. It didn't matter if the vision you have was seen was all of truth or falsehood. You wanted to be rid of that mirror. In fact, you scraped every mirror in your house. Weeks passed and the events of that night falls into a passive memory. You are spending the day at a friend's house and you need to use the bathroom. While you're using the faucet and it starts to run without you touching it, taken aback by this, you do not yet act, trying to reason with your paranoia in mind. The water starts to steam and your skin of moisture covers the mirror above. You're watching it internally with the words from "Please return the mirrors. We miss watching you sleep at night." And that, my little pretties, was In the Mirror, a creepypasta. My final thoughts on this story? Okay, I think I would have to say that this is actually a really good creepypasta. For what this one is, this is actually pretty well made for what it is. I mean, yeah, sure, it's a pretty interesting creepypasta, but I still really have to think that this actually has a pretty good one. I mean, like, this is actually a pretty freaky creepypasta. Like, I mean, the last line of this story sends me chills down my spine. Like, I mean, it's pretty freaky for what it is. I honestly have to say is that the description of the monsters and their behavior, it kind of reminds me somewhat of, children more than anything. Perhaps they're nice demons? I mean, it could be possible that it could be demons, but I'm not really sure. I think this was written sometime in 2013 or 2014. I don't remember though. But I have to say that I remember Professor Creep actually narrated this story not too long ago. Well, a couple years ago actually, and I do know that Lights Out Narrations has narrated this one, and I mean, there's a few other people that actually narrated this one. Not really many, but I decided, you know what, I go ahead and, take a look at this story. It's a really beautifully well-made creepypasta. It's definitely worth to watch if you are, if you want to watch narrations of it, it's worth it. I mean, with just, you know, the story, even though it's a short one, I mean, this one is a pretty freaky one. I think this is it's more of a paranormal horror story or creepypasta, but it still plays out well. I mean, like, I've seen, a lot of creepy things myself, so, I mean, it doesn't really bother me, because I know exactly, what this story really was for how this story went out. I mean, I've seen other stories too that are actually played out like this, so there's definitely that. It's beautifully well made. I really do find this story to be, quite amazing and enjoyable. It's an enjoyable creepypasta. It's definitely, I definitely recommend you check this one out if you haven't. It's a pretty good story for what this one is. I mean, personally, to me, I have actually, like how this story went out. I mean, it's a beautifully good story. Yeah, I did complain a little bit of some of the other ones, like some of the other short stories, but I mean, I mean, I didn't find this story to be a bad one. I found this one to be, quite amazing, enjoyable, and it's a very good creep concept for the story. I mean, it's a pretty good one for what this is, and I don't really know who the original author of this story is, as I've been trying to look for it for quite a little while, but I haven't really, seen any narrators actually have found out who the author's name is of this story. So I'm gonna say this. I don't know who the original author of this narrator of this story is, so I'm just gonna leave it as anonymous for now. If I ever do find out who the original author is, I'll be sure to give him or her proper credit. So other than that, the story is not a bad one. It's a pretty good story for what it is. I enjoyed the sentence structuring of this story, and same with the paragraph structuring and the grammar. Everything about this story was really good. I mean, it doesn't end at a cliffhanger or anything like that. It's just beautifully well done. At least to me, that is. You guys may have your own opinions on this story, and that's perfectly fine too. I mean, if you have, your own opinion on this story, that's perfectly okay, because I like to hear what your thoughts and opinions are on this story. So anyways, I guess with that being said, with that being the case, feel free to leave me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. I'm gonna sit here and, say this. If you guys like this story, yeah, feel free to leave me what your thoughts are in the comments below. And as always, I'm gonna sit here and wrap up this review. I know it's not really a long review. I just, I can't really see anything that I don't like about this story. It's a beautifully well-made creepypasta, and I recommend you guys giving this one a shot. So anyways, with that being the case, and with that being said, I'm gonna sit here and wrap this review up. Like I'm gonna say, this is simply my own personal opinion, and if you happen to disagree with me, that's fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions regards to these creepypastas, and this is simply my own personal thoughts. My final rating of the story would have to be I'm gonna give this one a 10 out of 10. It's a beautifully well written story. It's really worth to check it out. I recommend you guys go ahead and check out this story if you haven't. You guys will not be disappointed at all, and I recommend you guys check out this story. So yeah, it's on the regular Creepypasta Wiki, and yeah, I recommend you guys go ahead and give it a shot. It's a well done story, and I will tell you, you will not be disappointed. So anyways, with that being the case, and with that being said, what did you guys think about this creepypasta? Did you all enjoy it? Did you all not? Also, what we have done personally to help make this story a lot better? Feel free to leave me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. I'm the Queen of Lions. Thank you so much for watching today's episode, and if you're brand new here at this channel, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because I make brand new videos every single day. Don't forget to ring the notification bell to when I upload, so that way you guys will not miss an upload. And as always, please roll the outro, because I'm out.